Well, guys, welcome to the Blue Podcast with me, Tom, and Ben. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, thanks.
And today we've got Stephen from SFeatleyTV and Kieran from RedDevilWeekly. How you boys doing?
Not too bad, you.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, doing good, mate.
Great. We're recording this Wednesday after Tuesday just occurred when England just beat Germany for the first time since what was that, 50s or 40s or something ridiculous.
Oh, 66.
Oh, 66. There we go. How you boys feeling after that win?
Buzzing. Absolutely buzzing.
Hard not to be too fair. Pretty much summed it up really.
Had a few drinks. I don't know if anyone else did. Had a few drinks during the game.
You got to.
And then a couple afterwards in celebration. Yeah, it was good. Kind of the two goal scorers were, I guess, who I think a lot of people have been slating lately. And I'd say Sterling kind of has to start every game now till the end of the tournament, considering he scored all three of our goals. As much as I don't think he's necessarily good enough, because, I mean, as proven by when he gave the ball away straight to Muller, who could have made it 1-1 straight away.
Oh, my life. My heart sank when that happened.
Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, Muller of old would have buried that, definitely.
He mullered that chance.
That was smooth. That was smooth. Are you guys watching it at the pub or at home?
I was doing my watch along to it, and my whole it's just tense. The whole game was just tense. It was like any chances we're missing, I'm like, we're gonna regret that. We're gonna regret it. But once the first goal went in, I don't think Germany just had no answer. Literally had no answer for us. Matched them on the pitch. Didn't make them play the way they wanted to play. Didn't get any time on the ball. And in actual fact, we ended up dominating them rather than dominating us.
Yeah, it was quite a seesaw game at points, because obviously first 10 minutes I feel like we were quite quiet and nervous, and then I say for the rest of the first half we then started to dominate. We had chances, and then it kind of happened again at the start of the second half. Germany came out better. Havertz had that shot, which I know it was straight at Pickford, but it was a very good save at the speed that it was obviously coming at him. Where were you, Kieran?
Well, I was just at home. I'd just come back from uni, so I was just at home with my brothers and stuff. I haven't seen them in a while, so just watching it with them. But yeah, it was one of those things where I was same as Stephen. It was very tense, as you can imagine. Obviously, when the final whistle went, I think it was just for everyone. It was just kind of a release of just happiness and relief, really, more than anything. Because when you've sat through 90 minutes and you're clenching everything you possibly can. But just to release that all once you've won, and to know we've got Ukraine in the quarterfinals as well, it's quality, really. So yeah, that's where I was watching it from. Hopefully for the other games I'll get to the boozer, and hopefully mix up with all the other England fans and just hopefully have a good time if we get to the final.
I mean, our route, I've actually got the route up here, is, I mean, I don't want to say it, but
it's favourable.
It's very, very favourable. It's kind of our World Cup favourable route in terms of that, but we don't even have to face.
It's even better than that.
It's just better than that, yeah, because we haven't got to face Croatia or Colombia. I mean, we beat the Czech already. Denmark are weaker without Eriksen. I mean, obviously they're still good, but
yeah. I mean, Ukraine on paper we should win. On paper, we should win against Czech Republic and Denmark, but we have lost to Czech Republic recently.
I will say with Denmark is I think they're actually playing better without Eriksen. Beforehand, they were relying a lot on Eriksen as the main man. Now he's not there. They're playing more as a team, which makes it even more dangerous. And we've seen throughout this tournament, teams that are playing as a team, not individuals, are the ones that are winning games. Switzerland,
Italy,
Belgium, Italy, even Belgium at times.
I'd say they've done a lot better as a team than in previous competitions.
What's that?
I'd say England have played more of as a team than in previous
Oh,
competitions.
yeah, I mean, it started in the 2018 World Cup, them playing more as a team, wasn't it? It's continued on.
And like Denmark against Wales, they again they were really really impressive. I mean, don't mind me saying this. Like, I'm sure the Welsh can't stand Denmark any longer. But yeah, it's just something. If you watch that game, there are signs that England needs to be careful of.
Yeah. Oh, so
I mean, I mean, that cup, sort of, even though obviously you have to be careful and stuff, sort of that draw coupled with it effectively being a home tournament, this is our best chance to win it. The next Euros is in Germany, and they're going to get hanty flicking, so they're gonna be right back at it. This is what we were saying. It was a perfect time to play Germany because they're coming to an end of an era. The coach is leaving. They're not quite at it. So we've done that now. Now we need to kick on, because we're not gonna. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen in the future, but this is the best opportunity we're going to have with it effectively in a whole tournament, and other teams are going to come back stronger. So this is the time to do it. So yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not taking away from the fact that we won because it was fantastic, but like it's like everyone knew that Germany are not the Germany that not the Germany they usually are. So but they will come back, and we've done that now. So now we need to take full advantage of it, that's happened, and actually go and get to the final.
Well, it's kind of the whole thing about how England are naively optimistic. We are not naively optimistic after that. After just beating Germany in the last 16, now we're in the quarters, and our run is easy. It was easier than usual. So here's a question though: who would you guys most want to face in the final? And I'm not saying you can say Switzerland.
I'd rather Belgium, to be honest.
Belgium?
Italy are dangerous.
I wouldn't want to face Belgium.
We've beaten Belgium in a friendly before, but Italy, the way they're playing is dangerous. And I don't think Belgium will beat Italy, to be honest.
I mean, that's going to be, if it's an Italy England final, it's a nightmare for me.
He's half Italian.
So I'm gonna have to like keep out of it. Being new.
You could say that, or you say you win either way.
Yeah,
you're not gonna lose.
Very true. But, I mean, I like you say, Italy are looking decent, but that Belgium Italy game is going to be very close. It's going to be a good game. That I think if I had to choose one of them, I'd choose Spain, because I think their defense can be got at. And then
that's a good point.
But so I think I saw a stat, and it was like this supercomputer had worked out our percentage chance of winning against all the teams. We've got above 50% chance against everyone except Belgium.
Yeah.
Apparently. I think Italy is closer, but like I think Italy and Belgium game probably that'll decide who gets to the final on that side of the draw, maybe.
I think so as well.
I mean, you don't know. Spain or even Switzerland might pull some out of the bag, but I think I'd go with Spain anyway.
Yeah, Kieran, who do you rather face?
Well, I actually think Italy might be the best opponent, and the reason I say that is because if you look at their game against Austria, they ended up getting through, but actually, when a team defended solidly for 9 minutes, they couldn't break them down. And obviously they scored the 2 goals in extra time, and in the end, when you look at the result and it says 2-0, if you didn't watch the game, you think, oh, Italy just won that pretty comfortably. But actually watching the game, they struggled a little bit to break down a low block, and actually Austria had a few chances. And just thinking about the way that England play, Obviously in the Germany game we were quite pragmatic, we were quite good defensively. We haven't conceded a goal still yet. So actually, maybe the way we play might be the perfect antidote to Italy. So I'd have to throw Italy in the mix there.
Yeah.
I still think going forward they look pretty decent. Insigne, Mobile, they're no slouch, obviously, but I just think that I wouldn't mind facing Italy. I think even though you guys make great points, I think Belgium are a bit top heavy, to be honest with you. I think their forwards are world class, but defensively they're a little bit on the way out because they're obviously getting a bit older. And obviously Spain, I think Spain again have the same sort of thing as Germany, where they're not the same Spain team as 2008, 2012, those sort of great Spain teams, and they're in a bit of a transitional phase. So, I mean, for me, it'd be between Spain and Italy, to be honest with you. And I wouldn't mind Italy, I wouldn't. But obviously, out of the two, I'd probably go with Spain.
I mean, I'd say on that, like you're saying, like Italy found it difficult to sort of break down a low block, but then it's, can England break down Italy's low block?
True, yeah.
And we have struggled without Grealish on the pitch, and it's whether or not Grealish should start. I mean, everyone here, Grealish should start.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Future City player, so.
I mean, I will say, to be honest, during that game, Saka was the best player on the pitch for me.
Mm-hmm.
And even he got subbed off, I gave him man of the match.
Really?
He was that good for me. And for the first 20 minutes, for most of the game, it was him that's trying to create, him that's trying to push forward, him trying to cause problems. Germany couldn't handle him at all. It's why I was getting fouled all the time. So when he came off, I'm like, oh, what are you doing? my reaction just says it all, and I'm like, what are you doing?
It's the same with same when Foden got subbed off.
Everyone I know had someone on my stream saying we can't play 2 DMs against Germany. Well, even when Grealish, and he said you need to get Grealish on for it. Well, Grealish came on and we still had 2 DMs and we still won. You can play 2 DMs against Germany. It's just a way of doing it.
Yeah.
It's called packing the whole midfield, so they haven't got no space to work it with.
On that as well, though, would you say bring in maybe Grealish and Mount and go back to a 4 for when we're playing Ukraine and Denmark or Czech?
I think it's down to the team we're playing. I think what Gareth Southgate, and I think not people giving enough credit. I mean, I didn't think Southgate would be that tactical aware, but I think he's actually looking at each game, looking at each team and working out how we need to play against them to get past them. He did that with Germany. He did that with Croatia. And Scotland was a car crash. But
I feel like that was also because Scotland was so up for it. And also Billy played very well, as he always does when he makes his debut in a competition.
Yeah, I think we were very sloppy in the middle, though. We were very poor ourselves. But we made up for it with the Czech Republic result. So, it depends what team we're playing. For me.
This is interesting. Football Critic gave Saka a 5.7 rating out of 10.
He needs to go, gets an eye test.
He was a lot better than that. I don't know if he was like a 10 or that, but like he was at least like a 7, 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
Werner got 6.
I heard someone on Twitter who was giving a load of like Saka, like, can you not see this? Are you going to ignore this disaster class? He said, mate, go to Specsavers. Why? Or stop watching football. Honestly.
Yeah, it wasn't. I thought Saka was our best player in the first half. Certainly, I mean, he did fade. He did fade in the second, but he was still class. I do want to touch on. I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm going to touch on this. I thought Havertz had a fantastic game yesterday as well, which was nice to see. I'm glad he didn't score, but obviously I can appreciate he played well.
Yeah.
That's
unfortunately, he ain't adding to the Champions League medal, is he?
I mean, it's not unfortunately. It's fortunately for us, he is.
Yeah. Fortunately for us as an England fan. But
But as a Chelsea fan, I can appreciate he's probably one of the best players on the pitch.
Yeah. I mean, just on Southgate as well, he's been criticised. Like every. I mean, obviously, the Scotland game wasn't great, but every game he's been like, "What is the starting 11? What is the starting 11?" But everything he's done has come
Has
off,
worked.
has worked.
Hmm.
So, like, is it about time that people sort of are like, you know what, maybe he knows what he's doing? I mean, unless we go crashing out to Ukraine at the weekend, then, like, you know, he's doing well. And I mean, there's like this every game. It's like, so at the start of the tournament and continued a little bit. It was like, where's Grealish? Where's Grealish? Where's Grealish? And then when Grealish was playing, it's like, where's Sancho? Where's Sancho? Where's Sancho? And I think, I mean, I said it in a previous podcast. I think it's like probably about time we, like, some people on Twitter realised that because there's so much quality in the attacking positions, inevitably there's going to be players that miss out.
Mm.
There's going to be quality players that miss out. But so, like, you know, it's, you just got to, like, that's just the way it goes. But yeah, I mean, even stuff like him playing sort of like just the decisions who he's playing. So like he played Trippier left back first game and we won. He's carried on playing Sterling. He scored 3 goals. Like carried on playing Kane. He's now got a goal. Stuff like that. Like it's paying off at the moment, at least. Anyway.
I mean, I was surprised he played Kane against Germany, thinking he was going to play counter-attacking. That it means that we're going to need someone pacey up front to be able to break out. And the fact that Calvert-Lewin wasn't even on the bench, I'm like, you better come up with something. You better have another master plan to this. Otherwise, and the way we actually dominate the ball means we didn't have to have Calvert-Lewin up front because we were dominating the possession. We were all matching the possession that they had. So
I'd say the one thing tactically he got wrong though, and he didn't have Chilwell on the bench. And I know Shaw did get an assist and was involved in the second goal, but he did look quite out of place at left wing back. And I did make this point to my dad. We've got the 2 left wing back and right wing backs who've just won the Champions League as left wing backs and right wing backs, and they aren't playing as left wing back and right wing back. They're on the bench or not even in the squad. Which is a bit questionable. I'm not taking that from a Chelsea standpoint. That genuinely is a bit questionable.
Yeah.
And he's also a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, my dad. Yeah, and also I'm a Chelsea fan.
Well, to be honest, it's like I've said that we've been after like the first game we shouldn't have been playing game. Like I've been given a lot of stick, and even like when he missed that chance, I'm like that chance at half time. I'm literally in the highlights. I'm literally like that. You fucking scored that for Tottenham any day of the week. Why can't you do it for us? Okay. So, but he proved his worth in the end. So I'm glad he's done that. Now he just needs to do it again and again, because they're not drop deep and disappear.
Yeah. No, it's like you said. I remember. I think it was Goldbridge. He tweeted like I was with one of my mates watching it at mine, and because he's a United fan, Goldbridge tweeted, it was like Shaw and Grealish have changed this game, and I was like, yeah, but no, because like I know they both got an assist and stuff, but for the first Sterling's first goal, it was Sterling who drove at the defense, passed it to Grealish, who then laid it off to Shaw, and Sterling had made the run into the box to score the goal. Well, to get into position to score the goal. That was Sterling who did that, not Shaw or Grealish. Grealish obviously did affect the game, but like the goals weren't like solely created by them. You know what I mean? Like,
he's still trying to get over the fact that Grealish is going Man City. That's why.
Yeah, true, probably. Yeah, I mean, if that comes off, I'll be happy.
Well, no, that's been done for time.
You think?
Yeah. A friend of mine who does his own YouTube channel, Charlie Hibbert. I don't know if you know him. He's only about 14,
Right.
but very good, knows his football. He went
Right.
to a Champions League final, and he met someone that's inside the club, and they said the deal's done.
Right.
Back then, they said it's 80 million. It's going to be announced at some point, but
Right.
it's done. So, and what he said about Kane and Haaland, they said they're going to try and get one of the two.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I mean,
source proof, right? This we all reported it, but when he after he reported it, I came and reported it, and now 3 weeks later, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, it's happening."
yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I know there was an official bid for Kane that was rejected, but I think like you say, Kane or Haaland and Grealish, that would be a good transfer window for us. Because like I say, even though I'm saying obviously Sterling like made that first goal, like Grealish did affect the game. Like he was like he gave us a different dimension.
If you get Kane, Haaland, and Grealish, I'm going to put a petition up not to play the league.
I'll sign that. As you
There's
know,
no
I'll
point.
sign it personally.
It'd be a nice summer if England go and win the Euros, and then we go and sign
That would be good.
a couple of Euros winners. Yeah. But yeah.
I mean,
Could you imagine this actually? Like Kane wins more for England than he does for Tottenham. He wins his first trophy for England rather than Tottenham.
that would be very funny.
I mean, it's on the cards. It's on the cards.
Looks like it.
Imagine he moved to Man City at the last minute before he won it. It'd be like the 92nd player to win something whilst he's
City announced that he signed like the
Yeah.
couple of days before the final.
just to make him the 92nd player that's left Tottenham to win a trophy.
That would be funny if he signs for City or something like just before the final and then goes to win.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, when you've got a Twitter account, this counts how many days you've last won a trophy, and that's when you know something's wrong with your club.
Oh dear.
Fair enough. Were you guys watching the football? Was the day before, obviously yesterday. Bit of a mad day. I watched both games. I was just sat there, just kind of jaw open the whole time. It was good. Like there was really good goals. There was just madness at the end of the games, and then there was extra time, and then there was the best player in the world bloody missing a penalty and all that kind of stuff. Oof, that was a lot to say really quickly, but
Yeah.
you guys all watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done my watch on to it.
Enjoy
Yeah.
it, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad way to spend a Tuesday or whatever day, what Monday it was
Oh,
actually.
you got to love France missing penalties.
It was funny that because like for that penalty shootout, they were sent like the first four they sent up. They're all like sort of bog standard defenders who don't really care if they miss or not. And then Mbappe stepped up and he's obviously said, "I'll go last to score the winning penalty." And then he's gone, "Oh crap, I've got to score this to stay in." And then he's bottled it basically.
Played it safe.
Yeah. So he was thinking he was going to step up and take the glory, and then he's always, "Oh no, I've got to score to keep us in it." So
That's going to haunt him for the rest of his career, I think.
I mean, he's a World Cup winner, so I'm not sure how bothered he is.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure he is.
It'll be good for him though. I think in the long run to have this setback because obviously, kind of everything's gone well for him so far. I mean, he's I guess apart from winning the Champions League, he's won everything pretty much.
Yeah.
So
To be fair, I mean, how old is he? What?
20,
20 what, 22?
20 or 21 or something.
21, 22, something like that.
It's young.
Yeah.
Really young still. So,
Yeah, sometimes you just need that failure to kind of just ground you a little bit.
Yeah.
And that 22 as well. He is young still, very young still, and he's still got 4 years till his prime. at least, and even then he'll probably be in his prime for the next 5 years after that. So we'll see. I did make a joke because obviously Chelsea linked with Haaland. I said Haaland wouldn't have missed that. Yeah. Well, I mean, do you think he might want to go from PSG either this summer or next summer, just to try and get actually some actual challenge in a league? Because he's in a league where there's probably 2-3 games a season tops, which are actually a competition.
Yeah, I mean, Madrid are sniffing round, aren't they? And
But they ain't got the money to pay for that.
Nope.
I mean, they didn't spend anything last summer in order to save for him, I think.
I mean, they're in so much debt, they can't afford that.
I mean, we say like clubs are in debt, but then you have Barca spending all sorts on contracts and stuff. I know they're getting them on frees and that. Like, I don't know how in debt like a club can actually be.
Well, there's an economical thing though about it, where if you're there's an economical thing where it's like if you're 100 grand in debt, the bank owns you.
I told you. Yeah.
This is what you told me.
Yeah.
I think Cam said it as well, and he does business.
All right.
I think Cam told me about it. He said, yeah, if you're 100 grand in debt, the bank owns you, but if you're like over $1 million in debt, you own the bank.
Yeah. So I don't yes, they're in debt, but if they like can get away with doing it, they'll do it. Like,
because
I
at the end
mean,
of the
they
day,
still
the
signed
bank
up to
gets
this
the money
Super
back.
League thing, weren't they?
yeah.
Well, yeah, that would have meant that they could have got out of the debt, but I think aren't Real Madrid owned by a bank as well?
I don't know, probably.
I think so.
There's so much in
Yeah.
debt anyway.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
they'll
they
probably
are.
be like so much in
American
debt
money.
anyway. They'll probably just be like, yeah, add that onto the debt. Sorted.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll sell someone soon who probably makes up a bit of it. It'd be fine.
If they get him, he'll reignite Madrid.
Oh man.
Yeah. So.
I mean, Ancelotti as well has gone back to try and steady the ship, which quite funny if you're a Liverpool fan.
Do you know what, the way he treated Everton, you can fuck off. He's utter prick. I used to like him as a manager, but what he did there was an absolute arsehole. Right? Go swallow yourself in Madrid, mate. Right?
Yeah, Everton are getting Benitez now, aren't they?
Oh yeah, that really makes me happy. My favourite manager has just gone to Everton. Oh Christ. If people do not know, I'm a gooner and I have to stick with Arteta. Jesus Christ.
All right, let's not get down a rabbit hole yet. It's not,
Yeah.
the season hasn't started yet.
All I'm saying is help.
Yeah, Tottenham are getting Nuno, aren't they?
Tottenham are getting the next best thing, which is probably me.
Yeah. And then who's the other club? Is it Palace? They're getting Vieira.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
They're getting Vieira.
Vieira. Blimey.
Yeah, I thought the Lampard was going there.
I can't wait till October until we play Crystal Palace at the Emirates.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think Lampard might be taking a break because he's been on all the punditries and stuff, hasn't he?
Yeah. But Vieira's been on the ITV punditry.
True. I don't know. Maybe he just hasn't found what he wants yet. Maybe he's just waiting for Southgate to mess up and try and take the England job. I don't know.
What, Lampard?
I think Gerrard's got more of a chance of the England job than Lampard.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, all Fab says is we were asked by a friend of the channel to if you are Southgate out, could you let us know if any of you are available to talk about it. All of us were Southgate in, but Fab wasn't necessarily Southgate out. He was more just Gerrard in as a Liverpool fan.
I'm now on the fence. I was out. I'm now on the fence.
You're good.
He should get to the final at least.
Yeah.
Not that.
If he gets to the final, I think a lot of people will respect him.
Yeah, definitely.
But if he gets to the final, if he messes up one of the next two games, he's in the bin.
Yeah.
I mean,
which is sad considering how well he's done. But
yeah. I mean, the FA were going to offer him a contract, whatever happened this tournament, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going on till Qatar at least, I reckon.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, his contract runs out after Qatar, doesn't it? But he wanted to renew it anyway. So see what happens. But yeah,
Wait, who's Mourinho managing again?
Roma.
Yeah, Roma. Yeah.
He's said that he wants Cavani.
Ooh.
You can take him off.
How do you feel about that, Fraser?
You can take him off. We're done with him.
Really?
He's still got some goals to score for us yet. He's still got some goals to score for us yet. But I think Cavani wanted to go back to oh, actually no, he wanted to go to. I thought he wanted to go like Boca Juniors or one of those teams actually. Then we somehow convinced him to stay for another year. So, but yeah, he can he'll probably stay at us for another year, and then who knows? Who knows? I think Roma wouldn't be too bad. Apparently, he's got a very good record scoring against Roma as well. Not just for Man United, but also in the Italian league. So it might be the best place for him.
Yeah.
What's your guys' views on Billy Gilmour going to Norwich on loan? Obviously, I think actually it's quite good for him because if he can start every game for most games for Norwich, which he should be at his quality, then when he comes back to Chelsea, I mean he's already good, but if he gets more game time, he could be.
In all likelihood, he'll sign permanently for Norwich. I'm not gonna lie.
He won't. There's no. Unfortunately, there's no.
No. I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying there's a clause to do that, but I'm saying like Norwich will probably want to sign him permanently, and then Chelsea will like, yeah, he's not going to get a game sorted.
No, but there's no way. There will be a massive kickoff if they sell Billy Gilmour.
You actually think that
Premier League debut man of the match?
Yeah.
FA Cup debut man of the match. Champions League debut man of the match. League Cup debut man of the match. Euros debut man.
I get all that, but do you actually think he's going to get consistent game time at Chelsea ever?
Yes.
No.
We do know what Chelsea do with their youngsters. Come on.
No, there's he's more.
I mean, the only reason let's be honest, Mount Abraham, they're there because like there was a massive transfer ban. There's no one else they needed. So they needed them to come through.
Yeah, but then look how good Mason Mount and Reece James have become.
I'm not denying how good they are. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not denying how good they are.
But there's no transfer ban.
But it's been but it's done for Chelsea to sell their youngsters at a very high price.
I'd argue though that Gilmour actually has the most promise out of any of the academy players we've had for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I get
more. He has had more promise than Mount, Loftus-Cheek, James, and Abraham did at his age.
Will he get the opportunity? Like you were saying, when Lampard took over, you're like, we've changed, and then you were like, oh no, like reverted to type.
I mean,
brought the manager in.
Gilmour played 3 games in a row at the end of the season.
At the end of the season.
Well, no, when we still were fighting for top 4, he played in the FA Cup, he came on in the Champions League, stuff like that. He did play quite a bit under Tuchel, but
that's still like he came on for 5 minutes, like
No, he started 3 games.
Yeah, but like it's not. That's not enough. Like
no, it's not enough. But he's 19 years old.
Yeah, I don't like.
To be honest, if they're winning the amount of trophies they're winning, I'm not bothered. They sell their players at a very high price at a young age, but hey, they've won what?
Oh yeah,
how many things? So
no. Like the obviously success, like it doesn't really matter. They're a successful club, but I just can't see him getting the game time, like with like Chelsea.
That's why he's going to Norwich.
No, I'm not. I mean, after that loan, I still can't see it happening. Because I think
it will depend on how well that loan goes. If he's part of a Norwich team that get top 10 in the table and he's massive part of it, there will be a high chance because Jorginho is not young. There's a high chance they could come in after that.
I just think because like we're saying, sort of reverted type. I think Chelsea will go and sign someone. That's what I'm saying. Like I know he's showing promise, blah blah. He's getting there and there and there, like get game time. But I just think Chelsea will go. Oh, we've got a perfectly good academy player here, quality player. Oh, there's like a French holding midfielder. Let's go and get him. You know what I mean? Like that's the way Chelsea work. You know, I know
and it works. So I mean, I kind of agree with you.
It depends on their English.
It works, and that's what I'm saying. That works, but then that backs up my point that he won't get the game time.
Maybe.
So
It's hard to tell right now. Obviously, Chelsea have slightly changed type in terms of players, but we'll see. I genuinely have no idea. On City, though, Ben, Fernandinho signed an extension on his contract.
yeah, that's good. We needed because Aguero gone. We needed that senior player still in the team. That sort of leader, older character. Because like he's I think there was that story that it was January this year when our first half of the season was a bit stinky. He like got all the players in, was like, it's not good enough. Like, if you really want to do it, like you gotta, start putting in the work again. And then after that we beat Chelsea 3-1. So that kick-started the 21 match winning run. So like we definitely need him. But I'm not sure if he'll stay after that year contract extension. So we're gonna have to look into replacing him after that. I don't know who with, but
That'd be a difficult one to replace, actually.
He's not only is he a quality player, he's also a leader.
Yeah.
So that will be difficult to replace. And I just noticed a trend there, as I've said before. Teams will beat Chelsea and then go on a run, e.g. City and Arsenal about Christmas time, which is it's always fun. I think United. I don't think United did it this season.
No.
Thankfully. But no, to be fair, Arsenal went on a decent run after beating Chelsea around Christmas time, which then meant that you did get higher up the table. And obviously,
we were playing teams like West Brom. Come on. We were getting hyped about beating West Brom 4-0 or something.
Don't chat shit about West Brom. They beat us and they drew with City.
Okay.
Just
that doesn't give you a good record, does it?
No, it doesn't. Ronaldo's manager is meeting with the Juventus board about what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Do you think he stays or do you think he goes?
I think he'll probably stay, to be honest. I think that the only way I see him going is if he thinks there's another opportunity to go to potentially like a different league. I feel like he's not at the stage yet where he's gonna like basically retire and go to the MLS or China or one of them leagues. So I think he'll probably stay for another year. That being said, I don't know whether really he'll have the team to go and win the Champions League. I felt like he had a decent opportunity this season, but obviously they didn't work out against Porto. So I don't know. I feel like he'll probably want to stay at Juventus, and then after that he might leave. But yeah, I don't see him leaving. I mean, obviously as United fan, there's always the rumours of him coming back, and it'd be a great story. But I always just with the amount of time that story's come up and not happened, you just blank out as soon as you see it. You just completely blank it out and just pretend it's not even there. So I think realistically, yeah, he'll probably stay at Juventus, I reckon. But then after next season, he might look somewhere else.
Yeah, I think with Allegri being manager there again, he's might be more likely to stay. But like you say, he's only got a year left in his contract, so he might just say, "I'll just see out the contract and leave on a free somewhere."
Yeah.
So I mean, you never know. He might just be like, "Nah, I'm off. I'm off to PSG, whatever." Like, but yeah, I don't know.
It's very difficult. What do you think, Stephen?
I think he'll probably stay, to be honest. In all opinion, I think I agree with Red Devil. I think he will stay, unless he has an opportunity to maybe retire, go to MLS or China.
I don't think he'll ever go to China. I think.
Yeah, I don't think he'll do that either. So, but
he might go MLS because I know Messi's linked with the MLS.
Yeah, that's yeah. It depends. Yeah, it depends. But I think he'll stay for now.
Fair enough. And before we start wrapping this up, what's your prediction for winning the Euros, Stephen?
England.
Kieran?
I can't. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say Italy. I'm gonna say Italy.
Oh,
Okay, so-
How dare you?
Mate, it's reverse. Like it's reverse. I'm working. I'm working the jinx, mate. I'm working the jinx. Trust me.
is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
As much as it pains me to say it, maybe Belgium.
Mm.
It feels like that's sort of they've been
It's because he doesn't want to choose being in the final. That's why.
yeah. I just got a feeling like because they've been building up like 'cause this is their golden generation, like they've been building up to sort of winning something, and they're similar to us, like they've been sort of like progressing and like improving each tournament because they got third place last World Cup and quarterfinals the one before that. So, you know, it might, I don't know, but yeah, just probably because got quality players in the tournament.
Fair enough. Obviously, I mean, England are bringing it home, aren't they? So, obviously.
Just a bit of a, like you say, reverse psychology. You don't want to jinx it.
Exactly.
Come on,
I'm blindly
come on.
optimistic, boys. I'm blindly optimistic. Every time England play, oh, actually, no, I said I normally have a go at them saying that they don't know what they're doing half the time, but they do now, definitely. They've proven me wrong.
Oh.
Is there anything else you guys want to chat about?
Ben White.
Ben White? Oh, you
50
might. Oh,
million
you
pound
might.
move.
Ben White, yeah.
£50 million move to Arsenal. Is he worth the money?
I mean, he's good, but do you need? Well, you do. Do you need a centre back? You do.
Yeah, you do. We need centre backs. Trust me. We need a centre back. Maybe someone with. So we got Saliba coming back. I would like to see him start this season. Don't think there's any excuses not to. Otherwise there will be questions. And yeah, so bringing someone like a Ben White in, just so we can get some of these defenders out that aren't good enough. So yeah, it's a bit extortionate, 50 million to be honest.
Because he's young and English.
Yeah, but yeah, he's proven his worth at Brighton, and people go on about Brighton, Graham Potter, right? And the reason I've always rated him as a manager and wouldn't mind him at Arsenal is you put a striker in Brighton's team, they would launch up the table.
Oh, yeah.
Right? The amount of chances they create is unreal. So for a team that's at the bottom, so yeah, so I think he'll do well with. I think he might do well with Arsenal, but we'll have to wait and see.
Anything else from a United standpoint, Kieran?
Well, nothing really, nothing concrete. Very similar to the Sancho stuff. Nothing
Sancho
concrete.
through.
Yep, just conjecture. I mean, I reckon that's pretty much the only big thing with United right now. I think there's some news that came out that if we were going to sell Pogba, then we might go for Goretzka. But again, that's all conjecture, all up in the air. So yeah, nothing concrete really. Just hopefully the Sancho deal gets done after the Euros when England win it, of course. And yeah, that's pretty much it really.
Fair enough.
Just for Chelsea, do you reckon you're signing Haaland? Or do you think?
Well, apparently we put our first bid in, but until I hear it from what's the guy that everyone talks about?
Fabrizio Romano.
Yeah, until I hear it from Romano, I don't believe it. So
I mean, yeah, I mean they don't.
He did. I think he did say we agreed personal terms, but that doesn't mean actually we will sign him. It just means that if we can agree with Dortmund the price, we can get him. But
I mean, they don't have to sell him because like they're selling Sancho because that's on like he's saying that's like nearly finalized.
Yeah,
but
the thing is, what they're going to want to sell him for 65 mil next season.
At 75, but I mean, they might just think, might as well keep him another season, get that sort of that benefit on the pitch, and then like let the clubs fight it out over him next summer because there's going to be absolute like carnage next summer with that release clause. Going to be clubs after him left, right, and centre. So yeah.
We'll see. Well, as everything is up in the air right now, no one actually knows what the hell is happening. All we know is that it's coming home. So thank you guys for watching. Kieran and Stephen's links will be in the description. Red Devil Weekly and SFeatleyTV. Do check out our predictions on Twitter. Comment on our posts. We're going to do them for every game that's coming up. Quarters, semis, final. Winner at the end gets a pat on the back for winning. There's nothing really for winning it, but it's just a bit of fun on Twitter. Check out our merch, link in the description as well, and all of our socials also in the description. And I guess we should have a golden show out tomorrow, which will be good. All right. Cheers, guys.